All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jackson. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. He completes it to Henry. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
50, plant.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They run for it with Breida. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Matt Breida. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 29, Jackson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Whittington. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams split plays. We know that, right?
He's got a man complete, and all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars, and even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson buying time to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Nico Hardman, the intended target.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson forced out to his left. And caught by Henry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even. And the pressure gets to him again. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Smooth.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get ready. You need grip. Grip.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you really...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Airing one out for Boyd. This is caught at the 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. All day. And yo, faster. Now.
2nd and 14. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not 4th down. This is fielded at the 27. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, and his throw here is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. to throw. Lawrence. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
218, chopper. Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. From the 30 on second down, Jackson.
But I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll try to rebound next. Thanks for tuning in. We thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.